I am Slick Nick, your personal hairline hero. Let's get to work. I love this comment and I think it's very relevant to people who watch my videos. So I made a video recently called Bald by Choice. If you haven't seen that video, I want you to check it out. I think it's another relevant video here in the library of thousands of videos I have on this topic, which, just keep this in mind, that's a service I provide to the entire world, providing hair loss videos, which, keep in mind, the entertainment you consume is a reflection of you, something you're needing in your life. A lot of people struggle with the concept of, oh wow, Nick, you've got thousands of videos on YouTube about hair loss. You must be really excited about the topic and obsessed with it. No, I make money off of that from that ads that show, but in my heart, it makes me happy because I know I'm using this ultimately as a storefront to help younger men embrace their masculinity and build confidence in themselves to become red pill instead of chasing happiness like blue pill people do, hair transplants and taking drugs to save their hair. Red pill, you create your happiness, you don't chase it. So I say that because that's very relevant to this comment. Again, the video, Bald by Choice. When I grow my hair out, it looks weaker than my bald head. Makes me look strong. That's kind of a confusing title, but ultimately, when I still have hair, I feel I don't look as physically strong. But I think when I shave my head, I think I do look stronger. And reports have been done and studies have been done that prove that's people's perception of men when they shave their hair. Even if they appear not to be as, quote, good looking, they appear to be stronger and more confident. So which would you choose ultimately? I mean, this wasn't supposed to be part of the video, and I know we haven't even got to the main subject 2 minutes in, but here we go. If you could be perceived to be, quote, good looking or confident, physically strong, and taller, which would you choose? Man, that really should be the video title. I shouldn't even do the other thing I was going to do. But let's start there because I still think it's very relevant. So if you could choose to be, quote, good looking, or you would be perceived by other people as, instead of good looking, it's not that you'd be perceived ugly, but specifically instead of good looking, you'd be perceived as physically strong, confident, and slightly taller. Hands down, no question about it, I would choose. I'm 5'9", so you imagine, I want to be perceived as taller. I want to be perceived as stronger, and I want to be perceived as confident. Those things matter to me. Being perceived as good looking, to me, that is in the category of vanity. But the other things, to me, they don't seem to be so much about vanity. I mean, being confident doesn't mean that you're conceited. We shouldn't conflate the two. And what does it hurt to look a little taller if you're not tall to begin with? So all of that was just the intro to this actual comment. So as you're thinking about that and leaving comments below about which you would choose, and I'm telling you what the answer should be if you're a red pill person like me, the obvious answer is that you should choose to be perceived by other people as taller, physically stronger, and more confident. Because who cares if you're good looking? People get bored pretty quick with a good looking guy. If he doesn't have anything to back it up, who cares? Remember, I'm red pill. That's why I'm saying such things. That's the way my mind thinks. Now, let's get back to that comment from Soul It Nova 21. This is the comment. Quote, "Hey Nick, I've been watching your videos for the last 5 years. Thank you, by the way. Or so. And it has always been the videos where you shave off your hair that you look the best, in my opinion." I agree. Thank you. "I admire that you can just walk up to the mirror with a good amount of hair and just buzz it off. I've been dealing with thinning hair and a balding crown in the same amount of time as I've been watching your videos, and I'm still struggling with some mental block to just buzz it off. I've had my 2 most recent girlfriends tell me it would be cool if I did it and they wouldn't care. One has even offered to cut it off for me. Maybe I'm just not brave enough or so worried what people will think that I just haven't taken the plunge. I watch your videos and other creators to hopefully one day reach the inspiration and confidence to just do it." Keyword confidence. "Anyway, Hope all is well for you, and thank you for the content, end quote. And again, thank you for leaving that comment. I love the humility. The humility in that is what really stands out. I appreciate that. I love the real talk of that. So I want to go ahead and address that. So a lot of good stuff here. Let's start with the part where you say that you hope to reach the confidence level to do this. So let's imagine, and I'm using myself as a personal example here. And while wearing this shirt, I'm about to shoot another video about this, about body recomposition, because this is the first week for me where in my many months of being in a caloric deficit in an effort to continue to cut fat from my body, I flipped the switch now. So now I'm like consuming about 1,000 more calories a day as I'm doing intense, heavy workouts now. And I will gain some fat in the process, but the idea is to finally build muscle for the first time in my life, now that I've trimmed the excess fat. So it's taking a leap of faith because, well, in order to lose the rest of the fat down here in my belly, which is maybe about 5 pounds of fat right here, but in order to do that, I have to build more muscle so that I increased my metabolism so that I can keep fat off to begin with. So in the process of growing muscle, I'm gonna have some fat come back, and then I'll just cut my calories again temporarily to cut that fat, and then I've already got the muscles. So I share that because how do you become confident enough to buzz off your hair with the Remington Shortcut Pro, which I hopefully will remind her to put a link right there. How will you gain the confidence it takes to buzz off your hair? Here's the answer. You buzz off your hair. No, Nick, Nick, I asked you, how do I gain the confidence to buzz it off? You buzz it off. Now that sounds a little bit like a paradox. The way to get the thing that you want is to do the thing that you want. The way to become who you want to be is to become the thing that you want to be. I want to remind you, and go ahead and do your homework on this. Watch on Netflix, Riding in Cars with Comedians or whatever it is, with Jerry Seinfeld. He's got an episode with Steve Martin where Steve Martin, where he was starting his career. He says, I was a shy guy wanting to do a stand-up career. He said, I wasn't confident, but I played a character who was. I pretended to be confident. And guess what? The audience bought it. They didn't know the difference. And that's what jump-started my career. Same concept. A lot of people know this as fake it till you make it. That's fine if you want to go that route. But ultimately, do you want to get the confidence to shave it off? Shave it off. And guess what? You've then earned the confidence it takes to shave it off. It's a bit of a paradox, but there you go. I'm 8 minutes in and I still haven't got to the main point I wanted to make in this video, and I'm going to save it for another video. But the next video I make after this is talking about how I specifically think men with shaved heads look better than with hair in general. I'll save that for the sequel. As for now, I want your comments to be about what we just talked about, that you become confident. You earn that confidence only after you shave your hair. You have to do the thing before you get the thing. Comments belong right here.